Peace. Check this out. My company, Kufu Enterprises LLC, has partnered with Atlantic Union Bank and Bonsai to offer free online financial literacy modules for middle and high school students. You can access these courses at maliksfirstjob.com under the Education tab. These courses cover a wide range of topics that will help our children increase their knowledge about money. So please, visit maliksfirstjob.com and register your child for these free online courses. Peace.
Malik's First Job Podcast, here to answer any questions that y'all ask. Financial literacy and resources. Parents and young people becoming bosses. CEOs, future leaders, entrepreneurs. Conferences and boardrooms getting sponsors secured. If you want generational wealth, Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip with information to help. Malik's First Job Podcast. Malik's Podcast. Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip. Kerwin Phillip. Malik's First Job Podcast. Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip. Generational wealth.
Hi, greetings everyone. How you doing? This is Kerwin Phillip with another episode of the Malik's First Job Podcast, where we speak about leadership, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy for parents and teens. And today, we're highlighting another youth entrepreneur that is participating in the 2023 Richmond Children's Business Fair, which takes place on Saturday, March 11th, here in Richmond, Virginia. Today we have Nahema Konate of the Little Bakery. How are you doing today, young lady?
I'm good. How are you? I'm
good.
very excited to be here.
Yes, ma'am. We're glad to have you here as well. So tell everyone, who you are and tell them about your business as well.
Okay, so my name is Nahema Konate. I'm currently a 7th grader in a school in DC. I really started this business, actually thought up of the idea when I was 10 because I really was kind of bored and I really was kind of obsessed with the idea of a small business and really wanted to try it out for myself. So
Okay.
I started kind of doing business fairs at the age of 11, and I started going from there. My parents were encouraging me, really helping me get things together so that I could get to the point that I am at today.
Okay, beautiful. So, so you do baked goods,
Yes, I
correct?
do bake goods.
Right. So, what are all the different types of baked goods that you make?
Okay, so I mainly make cupcakes and cakes, but I
Okay.
can also make, in general, tarts, macaroons, pies, souffles, and other things. But what I really sell are the cupcakes and cakes.
Oh wow. So you started baking, you said at age 10?
Yes.
Okay. And so where do you find your customers that purchase your items?
Okay, so most of my customers are from around my community, maybe family members, friends, or just people that I know in general, people from my school, the staff there often
Right.
purchase my baked goods and people all over the metropolitan area.
Oh, beautiful. So what do you like about baking and selling your products to the general public?
So what I like about baking is um, that you can really add any flavor to something and it will always taste good. You could
Right.
add, for example, you can make a rhubarb strawberry cupcake and it will
Mm-hmm.
always taste good because there's just when you bake,
Mm-hmm.
you're putting love and everything into it. So you will always know that your customer will be satisfied and that it will always fulfill them and make them happy.
Wow. I like that answer. And so do you come up with your own recipes or do you have another source to kind of come up with your what goes into your products?
So I do come up with my own recipes. Um, I just usually, when I'm brainstorming, I sit down on the couch and I start thinking what cupcakes really go with this season, what are flavors that people think of. Like during Christmas time, for example, people like candy cane, gingerbread. So I would kind of incorporate those things into my cupcakes, and make sure
Wow.
that they kind of like match the season or like holiday that's going on during that month.
Oh, wow, wow, wow! That's a great marketing scheme to make sure everything goes in line with what the demand is for that particular part of the year. So, so what is your favorite thing to bake?
So my favorite thing to bake is probably macaroons,
Okay,
because they're like, when you think, usually they are like said to be hard to make, but if
hmm,
you really just take your time, they are kind of easy. The only part
okay,
that's a bit difficult is making sure that like there's no grease left in your stand mixer, so
okay,
that your eggs will whip up into and become fluffy.
okay. So, what all goes into like a macaroon? Like, what's all the different ingredients?
So in a macaroon, in a basic vanilla macaroon, you
Hmm.
usually have almond flour. You
Okay,
have um, egg whites, whipped egg whites. I use usually for a batch of 24. I think I use like 4 eggs. Oh, sorry.
okay,
Um, then you also add vanilla extract, powdered sugar, and I think that's about all.
okay, okay, okay. And say there's a certain technique to make sure it comes out correct.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Great. Great. Now, now you have macaroons at the business fair this year.
Um, so I'm hoping to bring them at the
Okay.
business fair, but I don't want to. The thing is with macaroons, they are not very cost like efficient. So
Okay.
they would be like a bit the price would be a bit higher than my usual products,
Okay.
because it does actually take a lot of time to make them.
Wow. 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 So I like how you're considering all the like the operational stuff that takes place behind the cost of your products and things of that sort. So that's very good. So what other lessons have you learned? Since you've been in business.
So some lessons that I've learned, sorry, one of them was that you can never give up, that you really need to keep pushing because you won't always be the best, and you won't always like be better than everyone or have everything together, and you just need to keep pushing until you get to
Right.
that point.
Wow, wow, wow. And what do your friends say about you? When do your friends know you run a business as well?
Yes, they do.
Okay. And what do your friends say, like your classmates? What kind of feedback do you get from them?
Whenever I like make things, they always ask, "Oh, can I have some? Oh, they're really good. You should make
Right.
this flavor." Actually, my like friends, classmates, maybe even teachers that I've had in the past, they've actually helped me with coming up with new flavors.
Okay.
I actually have one of my best-selling cupcakes. My geography teacher actually gave me the idea for it.
Okay. And what kind of cupcake is that?
It's a cookie butter s'mores cupcake.
Oh, that
So
sounds good.
it's cookie butter base, like cupcake, with
Mhm.
vanilla frosting, and like a cookie butter kind of like cream in the middle with a piece of chocolate on top.
Wow, wow, wow. That sounds amazing. Amazing. All right, and I also heard that you have like a bakery club in school that you started.
Yes, I do actually. Um, the meetings are on Fridays,
Okay.
and we meet and we do different things that kind of correspond with the month as
Okay.
well. Like for the month of February, we might do something that kind of has to do with Black History Month or
Okay.
Valentine's Day, to get everyone kind of in the spirit. And it's like a really fun club. There's about 15 members, um,
Okay.
and I actually started it myself, and then one of my teachers sponsors it. So
Okay.
they like make sure that everything's okay, but I like run it.
Okay. Okay. So do y'all have like a? I guess of course. I guess y'all go to the cafeteria and make the products.
No, we actually are in the teachers lounge.
Okay. 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 And so is there like an oven set up in there for y'all to bake, or how does that work?
So there is a oven already there, but I purchased a toaster oven or like a mini oven
Okay.
to use for a big club.
Okay. 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 Great. 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 And so when you're not baking and doing running your business, like what are some of your hobbies outside of
So
being in business?
some of my hobbies, I do cheerleading at my school, so that
Okay.
actually takes up most of my time. But I like to use my phone when it's not really cold. Like in the spring, I like to go biking, go running. I'm kind of athletic.
Okay.
I like to do a lot of sports, like volleyball, basketball with my sister.
Okay. Okay. Is that like the older or younger sister?
I'm older.
Older sister? Okay. Okay. Great. 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 And what kind of support do you get from your parents and your other family members in your business?
So, first of all, my parents, I'm so glad that they really encouraged me to start a
Hmm.
business, and they really like they gave me funds for startup costs and
Okay.
things like that, and they just helped me get through so many like challenges with my business and making sure everything was like right, like driving me to business fairs.
Okay.
Um, and my family members, they also purchase from me things like that for big events. So I'm
Okay.
just really glad that like all those people are really helping me with my business.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. There's nothing like that family support.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Great. Now, I also understand you're a Girl Scout.
Yes, I am.
Right. Now, how has your experience being a Girl Scout helped you in running your business?
So during my like while I'm in Girl Scouts, like I've learned a lot of things about being a leader and like taking on leadership roles, and
Okay.
um it's really helped me like take charge in my business and make sure that I'm the one like setting like when I have to bake, or like really taking lead to make sure that everything for my business is in line and nothing is out of order. I've
Okay.
also learned a lot of entrepreneurial skills
Okay.
um from like my troop leader. She's taught me a lot of things that really helped me, that I brought like that helped me through like my like in general like my life and
Okay.
with my business.
Okay. Okay. Now, I do have to ask this question, right? So I think we're coming close to when the cookies come out, right? Are they coming out soon?
They actually have already come out,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
the orders have already been put in, so their cookie season is almost over actually.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
it ends in March.
Okay. 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 So my question is there like a conflict between like the Girl Scout cookies and the stuff that you make yourself?
No, actually,
No.
because like honestly, when I go to Girl Scouts, I always bring baked goods and things like
Mhm.
that, and they really
Right.
enjoy them. And I think Girl Scout cookies and my products are equally as good, because Girl Scout cookies, they're just really amazing. They have a lot of memories for me
Right.
since I'm a Girl Scout, and I've been ordering Girl Scout cookies from like my friends, family members that also do Girl Scouts, and then my cookies, they're maybe sometimes when I bring them to Girl Scouts or like my baked goods, they're like a of a Girl Scout cookie. So they're
Hmm.
just everyone just really enjoys them.
Wow. 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 That's beautiful. Beautiful. So what's next for your business? Like, well, where do you want to see this business grow into?
So really for my business, I want to take it to a more professional level,
Okay.
um, and just try and do I want to do more business fairs, because I don't do as many as I would like to because
Okay.
of my school schedule, because I don't really have that much time. I'm a person
Understand.
with extracurricular activities. So
Right.
I want to try and take my business to the next level, really, and just expand it a little more.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So for people that want to, I guess, reach out to you and learn more about your business and the products that they offer, where can they find you?
So they can find me on my Instagram. They can DM me, and actually, at my business fairs, I hand out. I have business cards. I don't have them on me right now, but
Right.
you can also contact me on my email, and that's where I usually take my orders.
Okay, okay. Now I notice, I guess your Instagram is the Little Bakery Official, but I noticed that there's an I missing in the way official is spelled because the way you have it spelled on your Instagram is OFFICAL, and there's like an I missing. Why is that?
So basically, it's missing because I spelled official that way because I wanted to like make people know that I'm not perfect and that not everything that I will make is perfect. So that little change really shows that, I think, at least from the way I see it.
Right, right. I think that that's very important because I think oftentimes people think, when they get into business, they feel everything has to be perfect before they get started. And that causes them to hesitate, before they actually move forward. So I think the fact that you have that displayed in your Instagram name, just to kind of highlight that fact is a major is a major message to all entrepreneurs, not just children, but also adults, that to get started, you do not have to be perfect. But the major key is to actually take that first step because so many people, hesitate because they don't feel everything's aligned correctly. So I commend you on that little slight, I won't say error because it's the purposeful error in your Instagram name, right?
Yeah, and I really agree with you because when I was first starting up, I always thought, oh, this has to be perfect. I have to have everything in line, you know?
Right.
But when I really started, I started to learn that not everything has to be perfect and that really it's better to kind of just go with the flow, and just see where life takes you.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. All right. So before we wrap up, there any any last things that you want to send out to the audience before we close out?
Um, all I have to say is make sure you come to the Richmond Business Fair on March 11th. So you can see me and a bunch of other entrepreneurs.
Okay, great, great. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me this morning, and I definitely look forward to seeing you here in Richmond on March 11th. I'm gonna definitely stop by and support and get some of those baked goods to take home with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can't
great.
wait to see you too. I pleasure having me.
Okay.
Um, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us today on this episode of the Malik's First Job podcast. Like I said, make sure you come on out to the Richmond Children's Business Fair and also follow this young lady on her social media, The Little Bakery Official, right, on Instagram. All right. And we'll see you all next week. Take care.
Take care.
Peace.
Generational wealth.